In Monday's judgment, the Court of Appeal ruled that a 2013 amendment to the Housing Act was unconstitutional and expressed concern that the law could potentially benefit a very small group of people, one of which was Housing Minister Paul Balban. In a statement, the opposition party says it supported the change in law based on the Chief Minister's explanations, but says it transpires these were inaccurate, falling short of clarification and were lacking in sufficient debate. The GSD says it recognises that the then Minister for Housing, Paul Balban, appears properly not to have sought to take the benefit of the rental measures, but questions why the government thought it was wise to proceed with the law when it could expose itself to such criticism. It claims the matters are about good government and how the government should exercise its powers. Marlene Hassan Nahon says this is a serious issue which cannot be dismissed. She says if the government's real intentions were buried once again under a heap of legal jargon, then it's either a case of incompetence or dishonesty. She says the fact that Minister Balban chose to pay the higher rates despite having sought the amendment before becoming a minister hardly remedies the corollaries of this issue, and the public cannot rely on voluntary acts of goodwill to stop bad practices from happening. Ms Hassan Nahon also says this legislation slipped by under the nose of the GSD Opposition, 4 of which were reputed lawyers and QCs. The government has replied suggesting that 7 GSD MPs at the time cost £300,000 a year and appear not to bother working out which laws they're going to vote for. It also points out the effect of the law was also set out in the judgment of Mrs Justice Ramage Prescott last year, and the GSD said nothing at the time. It says it will be appealing the Court of Appeal's decision, something that tenants in France's flats have encouraged them to do so. The Chief Minister says he believes his government did the right thing to legislate to protect the tenants of France's flats from a 300% to 400% increase proposed by landlords. He says the GSD would obviously have sided with the landlords and points out that GSD leader Keith Azzopardi and Damon Bassino, who was an opposition MP at the time of legislation, both work for the law firm that the government has instructed in this case.